What's up, y'all? I'm David.
I'm Tito.
And we're the Brooks Brothers.
What?
In the book. Hey, in the book. In the book. Say what? In the book. Down in the book. I say right down in the book. Put you down in the book. Now. Got a picture down in the book. Got a picture down in the book. Say what? Hey, got a picture down in the book. Got a picture down in the book. Yeah, you got.
We'll cut it out. But when we live in a generation where brothers don't get together, where cousins don't get together, where uncles don't get together with their nephews, or when it boils down to it, the real root of the problem stems from people lacking family values.
Amen.
Point blank, period. Like if we can't be one as a whole, as a family.
You know that made me think about? That made me think.
Where did we get off of talking about women? Because I thought we was just talking about...
No, we are.
Back on women.
Okay. That's a good point.
I took it right
Not at all.
back to the
Well, we're talking about manhood, because being with a woman requires manhood, because we start talking about how controlling your emotions is a key thing in regard to trying to be a man, a male partner, a husband, whatever you want to call it. And Irvin III was just elaborating on that. We didn't really get off.
We wasn't insinuating that women a lot get angry and crazy.
I was.
That's what I thought you was.
I was.
Yeah, you was.
That's on camera.
Yeah.
This guy was.
And that guy was? That wasn't he?
Hey, I love it. I love to have them brothers on camera that don't want to talk that real shit because they got a wife. Go ahead. I'm going to zoom in on this. This look good. Go ahead. Talk that soft shit. Go ahead. Tell me
Let me go back on what I said.
A man that she's mad at know the reason. And I do believe that.
So you, okay.
I don't want to talk about the reason because it'll make you uneasy.
I like
prove
it.
Your guilt.
I love it.
You will know the reason.
Can I get some dap off of that one?
Oh, yeah.
Sure, but does that explain the million?
Let's set him up. Let's set him up like we did earlier for the polygamy. But does that? He's right.
He's definitely right. But does that explain the million of women who don't have a fucking reason?
For what?
For being just angry, for just being
Angry.
the B word. If you want to take it that far, you know what I'm saying?
They not have a reason.
Sometimes
not all women though.
Sometimes
some women are mad because you didn't tell them hello when they walked in the house. Is that really a reason for you to fucking talk to a man who's been out working for 14 hours, paying the bills? And
you didn't text them all day because
right. But when it boils down to it, they're mad because you didn't say hello.
What were you doing?
Is that really a reason for a woman to?
Okay.
I like it. Let's let him answer. Let him answer. Carlos, let him answer. Carlos, let him answer. I want to hear this. This is a good shit right here.
You're saying that you can't understand, and I think I was just talking about this today. A woman. Kind of where you think you're gonna understand a woman without being a woman? You got different body chemistry, makeup, and everything.
I have an answer for that too. But go ahead. I don't want to mess up your flow. Go ahead. I don't want to mess up your flow.
Sure.
Men understanding women or lack thereof.
You're not, as a man, you couldn't possibly understand.
Not fully.
No way. And guess what else?
What else?
As a woman, they couldn't possibly understand a man.
Not fully.
That's right.
But there is a way to get almost there. Can I tell you how?
You can almost get there. You can almost
through submitting to a marriage / partnership, a life commitment. That's the only way that you can understand as a man.
Through God.
Somewhat, and through God, somewhat. It will never fully. We'll never fully understand. But unless you are able to submit to, what femininity is and the power that comes from having a good woman in your house, running your house, actually, in regard to management of the children and the cleanliness and the maintenance and everything. Not saying a woman can't have no job. I'm just saying that a good woman is in charge of that, in my opinion. And that the only way you can understand what she goes through is to partner with her and to actually submit, to actually become one.
Yeah.
And those husbands that reach that level are the only ones that actually reach that
level
of
of
understanding.
Take on house
and
chores,
then what you gonna
cleaning,
say
everything.
when it's that time of the month and she's doing things you can't possibly understand, and you just damn crazy. You think she's crazy. What are you gonna do then? You gonna understand some kind of way and make an excuse for it?
Take 5 days off.
I'm just saying, you're not gonna understand.
Before you see
I want to address Tito too because he asked good questions. Good shit. That's good shit. Let me try to address it though. There's no excuse for the out of order behavior of a lot of our sisters. However, there is a reason. The reason is all, you know how I feel about man, you know, it's a trickle down of not having men in the home and the generations that were basically built upon that structure of niggas have no value in the home. I'm better off without a man because I'm going to get food stamps, WIC, assistance.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There was a time in history where shit, they actually had the police pulling up in black women's homes checking for jackets and boots. This nigga size 12, bitch, you know wearing size 12? Cut her shit off. She don't deserve the government assistance. She's fucking with a nigga. We don't want alpha men in the home. We want bitch ass. We want women running the home. And for them to only allow bitch ass niggas to come in the home, because the bitch ass nigga that's not going to be the real man in the house is the only nigga that would go along with a program like assistance where a woman is the head of the household and he can't officially be in charge or her equal partner. That's kind of a side note. But the reason is because of the system. The reason is because she's been groomed to have an attitude with you, even though you pay her rent, even though you pay her kids' fucking daycare bill, even though you motherfucking, you know what I'm saying, work all day to do all that and come home and she want to talk about some shit that don't mean nothing.
That go back to what Tito said about the family values, because the women growing up without the values
Of a man,
right?
right.
That woman in the house.
And no offense to single women, because most of us were raised by a single woman. I mean, especially in our generation. But even the best of them, they cannot raise children to their full potential. It's only because of God, the universe, a good woman, and the natural personality of good children that you have those rare situations. This little nigga he grew up with the roaches, and now he's a valedictorian nigga, worked for IBM. And we can talk about that other shit too, because I think that black men ain't got no business working for the white man unless it's going to lead to some other shit that's deeper. We'll save that for another time. You know, keep with relationships because I like this shit. But basically, it's not an excuse, but it is a reason. And we got to find a way to understand women enough in their dysfunction, meet them where they're at, and still find a way to control our emotions and do what a man's supposed to do. But that's why it's hard to be black. That's why it's hard to be a black man. That's why it's hard to be a black woman. It's harder to be a black man and black woman to come together in 2018 because the system does not teach you to do that. Right. You know what I'm saying?
The system teaches the opposite.
The very opposite. So we got to find a way. We got to be extra clever. Just like our daddies told us, you got to be better and smarter and quicker than your white homeboy because he can get a job being a basic ass motherfucker. You can't get that job. You got to be extraordinary to get a real regular ass nigga job. Because you're black.
That's crazy.
Same kind of shit. In our relationships, we have to maneuver the same way. We got to remember that we have the vibranium, and that means higher responsibility. Even though our women are louder, sometimes they get in your face. But if she's moldable and you can work with her, stick it out because she might have an attitude, but if she will listen, and even though she might pop off, and if she's the girl, after she pop off, you be like, are you done? Can a real nigga talk now? And she be like, nigga, go ahead. Yeah. You might be able to work with her, dog. That's just my opinion.
I like the way you went. Because
she just went about 5 minutes in your ass like a wedgie boy. Motherfucker, I want to come home like he the king. When I'm the motherfucker running this motherfucker, I was like, damn, baby.
I want to go anyway.
So, you know, I mean, that's just how I feel about that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Guess what? I had a little vibranium.
Okay, so what happened?
Didn't change shit.
Well, I tell you what, the brain stayed the
same old shit kept happening.
What? No, it
I
didn't.
throw vibranium at it, titanium at it.
Same
old shit kept happening over and over again.
Carl, you want to look at a movie?
Vibranium and titanium.
Vibranium and titanium?
That's what he said,
Black Panther, you seen that?
SRS niggas.
No, you got that?
Yeah, on my cell phone.
You seen the movie before, right, Carlos?
You ain't seen it before.
The Black Panther.
You don't know what vibranium is.
Put the camera on my face.
I'm about to Black President.
He might be out.
Black Panthers.
He might be got some vibranium, but he don't acknowledge it.
That's a great joke analogy because the thing about niggas, most niggas asleep out here in this world, and they have vibranium. They have vibranium, but they don't know it.
We were built with vibranium. We were bred from vibranium.
But we don't know it. Most of us don't know
how to use it.
Twattism.
And we let the white supremacist system
Sit around long enough, I'll put it on.
build our narrative as far as life, and we need to get away from that. Pay your taxes, but we need to have our own land, homes, grow our own food, irrigate our own water, and when we do go out and buy merchandise, if we can help it, I'm not saying you got to do this. Sometimes you got to go to Walmart. I'm not being unrealistic, but try to buy your clothes, try to buy your food that you don't grow from other people, members of the village, right? Yeah. That's how we used to do. Not even that long ago. In my daddy's generation, they did that, where grandmama got chickens, we got cows, so nobody should have. Everybody in the family got pork, cows, and milk and chicken shit under control.
I just still have to be American.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that at all.
You say you happen to be American?
You said being American.
Yeah.
Meaning you like the modern, sophisticated, modern
I got to go with
bells and whistles.
You say you got to go with it though?
I like democracy.
Meaning what? You don't want to be on the farm? You ain't trying to go back to the farm?
No, I ain't trying to go back to the farm. And I don't really.
But what happens when
I heard you just saying like village?
We need to. Well, I mean that metaphorically and literally. I mean it both.
What happens when the dollar collapses and we don't have a choice?
It's almost there.
In that case,
we're almost there.
You know we're gonna.
Yeah, we're definitely almost there.
You know if we're gonna do what we have to do in any situation, but at the same time, you can still want for the best.
I agree with that.
Everybody has hope. That's what Obama was about.
What's your version of hope and the best?
You know what I'm saying? But what saying is, if you fail to plan,
you plan to fail.
You plan to fail.
Okay.
The 5
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if we're not ready for the dollar collapse, for the whatever end of the world situation there may be, whether it's a fucking hurricane, whether it's an earthquake, whether it's a fire, whether it's just some zombie outbreak, who gives a shit? But we should be normally having our own land with our own house, planting our own food, cooking our own shit with none of that shit. We're okay.
Trump people talk about.
We're okay with
Trump
people.
Yeah, like those nationalists.
Well,
You don't think they
Oh yeah.
will
Well, I agree with them. I don't necessarily.
It sound like it.
No, I agree with them because.
Sound like it.
Yeah, but they're doing better than us. So maybe they're doing them and the Nation of Islam.
Now.
The Indians.
No, hold on.
The Indians actually have their reserves.
He talking about
they got their land and they're
come back to the white nationalists.
living off their own land. Yeah. But when it comes to African Americans, like
we should be like them.
We don't have that. We don't have a reserve.
More,
right. We don't have casinos.
We don't have our own land.
We should be more like them in regard to having their shit together, not the racism part. We should be more like the white nationalists because I agree with them.
I didn't say we should be like the right.
No, I'm saying we should. I'm saying we should. So I felt like you were bringing it up, saying that I'm sounding a little extreme, kind of like the white nationalists, and I agree. That's what's fucked up, black people, not keeping our own shit in our own communities first. We integrated.
David is saying basically play their game better than they're playing it because we're very much.
Well, we'll never be able to beat them. We'll never be able to beat them, but we can get our own shit. Even if you want to move to the city.
I just want to put on a side note: never is not a word for us. We will be able to beat them if we do what we have to do.
I'm with Tito.
Our nuclear bombs.
I know. I'm with Tito because I had to look it up because I didn't want to be misquoting anything.
I like it.
Okay, like the Tulsa riots. Okay, that was called Black Wall Street.
I love it. Right.
Okay, a black man came into Tulsa, bought up most of the real estate, had nothing but black people working. He had it running, and it was a race riot. And the white people were like, you know what, this can't happen. We're going to burn this shit down.
They dropped bombs.
Destroy it because he's black.
And he's doing well. That was the
they're
Mecca.
doing well.
That
and
was
the richest
Mecca.
people in the city were black men.
Rosewood,
black men and women and families.
Rosewood was based on a true story, and Rosewood was nothing compared to Tulsa. But Rosewood was also prominent. They had their own shit going. You know, our family had a couple acres in Barnwell and shit like that, and you know what I'm saying? Similar kind of thing, maybe like Rosewood, where it might have been dirt floors, but my great-grandfather owned the store. He was the pastor of the church. He was the principal of the school that all the black kids went to, and my grandmother was the headmistress. And
like my great-grandmother.
And although they didn't kill us like Tulsa and Rosewood, what happened? SRS and the government came in and said, y'all niggas own up a lot of this land. We need it. And they gave us money for it, but they basically were like, you take it or we going to push y'all out. So, you know.
Either way it goes, it's ours.
But I mean, that's what I'm saying. Anytime black people have had a prominent society where they were doing for themselves, white folks have stamped it out. I love what you just said, because the best thing that we could do is like white nationalists. That's why I said before, I agree, not the racism side, but the fact that we got to get our shit together first. We got to get our white-only businesses, white-only hospitals and banks thriving first before we fuck with the world. And I don't disagree with that. Black people fucked up by not doing that. Asians do it. Mexicans do it. Hispanic Africans that are not black American come from out of the country and do it. Asians are probably one of the #1 minorities in this country, and guess what they don't do? Vote. Not collectively. Some of them do. What they do is they come in. They fucking Indians do it too. They do it in our black communities, as a matter of fact. They come in and say, I like that gas station. I want to get that. You know what I'm saying? And so they got some rich people that can get in, and the people that are not rich.
No, they get.
I got $1,000. That's a program they have. But Asians have it more where they can come into a community and actually, like, whether they're rich or not, they stick together.
But they're living on the backs of the taxpayers of America.
What does that mean? They're paying their taxes, though. They're Americans also.
But they're not really, because...
And we should do what they did.
Okay.
We should do what they did.
They're in a higher tax bracket than us.
So even white politicians can't... No, it means do a lot. It means stick together and buy... If you're not rich, come on. If you're not rich... If you got $1,000,
still got the government.
Hold up, no. Listen to what Asians did. If you got $1,000 and I got $1,000, Carl got $1,000, Wazani got $1,000, Teal got $1,000, and lo and behold, we need $6,000 down payment to buy the downtown, house that could be the zone that's commercial.
Are you talking about a path to?
No, listen.
Being in the government?
I'm saying that Asians do that. I'm saying that. Hold on, Indians and Asians do that. They are not concerned with voting. They're not concerned with being a part of the American system. They're concerned with building their community so that no matter what, even if they're in a white man's America, even a white man, you think in Little Chinatown, even a rich white man, if he wants to start a fried rice business in Little Chinatown in Washington D.C., guess who he has to go through in order to go through it smoothly? They can't do what they do to black people because we're so disenfranchised, so spread and separated. They can come into our communities and say, kick the nigga out, take this $500, kick this nigga out, take this $500 worth of Medicaid, WIC, food stamps, and don't take that nigga's word or his opinion. And
we'll renovate your space for you.
Remove the factories and the programs where black men used to be able to come out of high school being a little electrician, a plumber, a mechanic, barber. They took all those trades out simultaneously while they gave our women government assistance.
Like Job Corps.
Asians don't fall for that shit. Mexicans and Hispanics don't fall for that shit. They're with black people. We're at the bottom of the totem pole that we built. What that look like?
How does that work? We built America. Why are we at the bottom?
Oh,
we're not.
That's a good question.
I don't agree. We at the bottom.
Where are we?
It feels like that.
Where are we? Then? Yeah, that's it. We out. It's the Brooks Brothers. We've been drinking. Peace. Go!
3 times.
Y'all try to tell some more jokes?
Go! Say bye to the people, man. Say bye to the people.
Bye-bye.
That'd be the outro.
I got plenty for you like that.